Hi everyone! Welcome to part 2 of my skin review of the 10th anniversary Legendary Starships Bundle. So in this video, as promised, I will be doing the ship skins customized to my liking. So, yeah, let's go. So first up is the Defiant, which I actually made no changes to, because I already liked the way it looked. And of course kept the shark nose art. So, whoops. So, let's just do a fly around and... I don't know. Last time I showed off what is it? The pilot maneuver, so let's do it again. Yeah, those are real fun. Okay. Next up, the Galaxy. So I will be doing them again in the order that they were revealed in devlog, so yeah. Again, Defiant, Galaxy, Kelvin, Constitution, Odyssey, etc. Okay. So for the Galaxy, I only changed one thing. I kept the Ross skin, as I really actually like this skin. The only thing I changed was the ship material. The original ship material was called Sovereign Refit, oddly enough, because, Galaxy Sovereign aesthetic combination. I changed it to the regular Sovereign, which gives it a lighter hull material. As to me, the Galaxy class and all its variants are exploration luxury crafts, so to me they should have a nice bright hull. Well, relatively bright hull. And as they're built for exploration and varying large amounts of people. So I went in that direction and gave it a lighter skin. So it still looks like the Ross somewhat, just lighter in color. Yep. And of course, a saucer separation, as we found in the original video, that it doesn't work, so that's too bad. There's the antimatter spread, I suppose, as seen in Best of Both Worlds.
And engines.
And what did they call this? Whoops. The molecular cohesion nullifier field. So it's an AoE radiation damage? The physical damage, so.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Engage weapons and engines.
Yeah. That. Okay. Alright, I forgot to, gotta wait for this to end. Can I just cancel it? No, I can't. Wow. Okay, so I forgot to cover the battle cloak on the Defiant, so let's go back to that just quickly. So one thing I didn't cover in my battle cloak video is that regular battle cloaks, so anything other than the Romulan battle cloak, does not have the 5-second cooldown that I showed to time your decloaking for the cloak ambush. So if I cloak, it doesn't give you the countdown. So somewhat more difficult to time your cloak ambush. But yeah, it comes with a battle cloak if you have the 3-piece set with the quantum warhead, the cloak, and the quad cannons. Okay, next up is the Kelvin Constitution. So this one is actually my flagship on my Federation character. The only change I made was I kept the original large nacelles, as I feel like they're, well, big and powerful, so that's why I like them. Everything else is from the refit of the Kelvin Constitution, so the extra weapon pods, the slightly larger deflector, and the well, I called it majestic, long and thin neck and nacelle pylons. So why do I like these large nacelles compared to some people who actually really hate them? Well, hate's a strong word. I suppose loathe is equally bad, but dislike. Let's just use dislike. So why the large nacelles? Well, one of my favorite aircraft, somewhat related to this, is the Boeing 777, and it has massive GE turbofan engines, and I really like them. So I guess that translated over to this. Okay, next up is the Odyssey. And of course, that Kelvin Timeline exclusive warp out animation. So for the Odyssey, I changed it to mostly the Yorktown class, which was my favorite Odyssey variant ever since it was released. The only thing I changed was the warp pylons, the nacelle pylons, which are the Verity ones. They're I like the Verity ones because they're swept back, unlike the Yorktown ones, which sweep forward, which to me doesn't look very good. If they were swept forward, the first time I saw this when they were swept forward, to me I call it the chicken leg syndrome. Like sweeps forward with the nacelles, and also these nacelles have like the tips look like drumstick tips. So to me, the Yorktown looked like a turkey when I first saw it. So yes, I changed it to the back swept nacelles, and yeah, they look great. Blends in pretty well. And a few things I didn't show in the last video. Number one, the hangar pets, which unfortunately are too small to see. The Type 8 shuttles, which we don't know where they went. Oh, there's one. And also, it comes with all the consoles, so work these.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
There they
Engage
are.
weapons and
Whoops.
engines.
Whoop, flying away. So the work bees will repair your ship. So they're nice to have. And this is actually the very first Odyssey I had that has the chevron separation, so this is actually the first time of me seeing it as well. So here we go. So separating the chevron. Ooh, gassy, that's cool. So it should fly around with you. Yep, there it goes. And also the last part is... Okay, I'm not going to show off the T6 ones because they're... The T6 consoles, because they're not really that visually appealing, I think. So the last part is the Aquarius shuttle that's attached right here, where the shuttle bay on other ships tend to be. So to have that activate, I first have to get the chevron back, so let's do that. And now we can release the shuttle. Actually, no, not shuttle. Aquarius escort. No, we have an animation error. Those nacelles are supposed to be out the entire time. Well, there it goes. Alright. And some people have said it looks like a USB stick. I think I have to agree with that. Let's bring it back. Oh, so the nacelles pop out when I tell it to come back. And plugs right in. Okay. Next up is the NX class. And okay. So for the NX class, I've made one change. I've kept everything the same except I removed the bottom engineering hull by applying the thing that connects both pylons on the NX class. I forget what it's called. You guys can tell me in the comment section below. So yeah, basically it's the NX class but with the TMP aesthetic, which I largely enjoy, so there's that. And of course the impulse trails are blue, as the impulse engines are blue in Star Trek Enterprise for the Enterprise. Okay, next up is the Sovereign. So I've heard that the Sovereign refit is becoming the favorite DPS cruiser for many people, and as a Miracle Worker cruiser, I have to agree with that. It's pretty good. Okay, so I haven't changed anything on this because I really like the Sovereign refit skin. It's pretty good. So as I've said in the last video, it's based on John Eve's design of the refit of the Sovereign class after its battle with the Scimitar. So it has a more armored engineering hull, and it has a few extra weapon ports on the saucer, as well as thicker pylons. And some of you may not know yet, but there's the new skin for the Sovereign has animated Bussard collectors, which look very good. And a few things on the Sovereign. If you have the 3-piece set, it has the Battle Cloak. And again, it doesn't have that 5-second cooldown on Romulan Battle Cloaks, but it's a Battle Cloak. And it has an interface cloak, which is exclusive to the ship, I think. I might be wrong. Let's check. Oh, nope. This one. Yeah. Yeah, it's exclusive to assault cruisers. So yes, the assault cruisers have an interphasic cloak.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Engage weapons and engines.
So you can travel through objects, but it doesn't last very long. So usage of it is very situational. Cool factor though is very high up there. Okay, next up we have the Crossfield. So for the Crossfield, I kept the Glenn class skin, as I think it looks very nice compared to the Crossfield skin. So the shuttle bay has been shrunk. That's alright, I guess. But these impulse engines and the grills look so cool. Don't you think? And of course, some people complained about the super long nacelles of the Crossfield. Well, these are longer. But, I don't know, and it gives it a nice streamlined and sleek aesthetic. And as I've explained in the part 1 of this video, the Glenn class, in my opinion, looks very balanced, as the neck is not jutting out like a giraffe. And I did make a few changes. The windows I've changed to Crossfield windows. So the original Glenn class has, I think it was Type 5 windows or Type 6. You guys have to check for that. So the Crossfield windows have the escape pods covered, just like in Star Trek Discovery, when the USS Shinzo released its escape pods, which were covered by a bulkhead. So it gives it a more streamlined hull and smooth hull without the escape pods in clear view. So I changed the other thing I changed were the inner and outer rings. So I changed them to the Discovery aesthetic, as the Glenn class had darker rings, and the Crossfield rings are lighter in color and can match up with the rest of the hull, which are an off-white. So yeah, that's the only thing I changed. Also, we can show off the Lorca maneuver.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
So
Engage
it's
weapons and engines.
Spore jumps you forward,
Warning.
and then Spore
Ship
jumps you
is
back.
under attack. Engage weapons and engines.
And if there were enemies, it would launch torpedoes too. And of course, one cool thing about this, whoop, there's a bug. When you transwarp somewhere, it uses a spore drive, unlike other ships which use the standard transwarp animation. So I might be wrong, but I think this is the only ship that has the spore jump. Maybe the Somerville ship has it, but I don't own it yet. I wish I owned it. I have a T6 token waiting for it to get it with, but it's still in a new tab, so it's off limits for me at the moment. Anyways, let's show the Transwarp. Yep. So, transwarping from inside a system compared to transwarping in sector space is slightly different. Sector space, the sector space animation is somewhat skewed. Yeah, that's weird. Anyways, let's go back. So the next ship will be the Intrepid. Now, I myself, while I'm not a fan of the warship Voyager, I don't hate it either. It's just, I find the Pathfinder skin a lot cooler. So let's switch to the Pathfinder skin and go back to our original review spot. So this is not the pure Pathfinder skin. I did make a few changes. So the ship material is called Voyager, so the one that Voyager uses in the latest visual update. And also the warp pylons are the ones from the Bellerophon. These impulse engines on the fins I really like. And also I didn't really like the Pathfinder pylons that swept down. It just looked somewhat unbalanced to me. Yeah, what else can I cover? Oh yes, the ablative hull generator. So that's cool. It lasts a few seconds before deactivating. Anytime now. Wow, okay, that's lasting longer than I remembered. Anyways, there we go. So as in the show, torpedoes are the only things you can use. Actually, no. The only thing disabled are your energy weapons. You can use. You can still use the exotic abilities and everyththing. And also, this ship comes with hangar pets. Oh wait, that's not a hangar pet. That's the Aero Shuttle. Wrong button. Sorry, guys. So there goes the Aero Shuttle, and of course, it comes with a hangar bay with Delta Flyers. Whoops, bit of rubber banding there. As seen in my previous video, it comes with my brain's not working right now. It comes with Delta Flyers, and of course you can get more in the Dilithium store or at your Fleet Starbase. Okay. Next up is the Discovery era Constitution. So, for the Discovery era Constitution, I gave it its primary, its original skin from the show. So the backswept nacelles, the shiny hull, and well, relatively shiny hull, and the bridge window. Now I have a few criticisms about the bridge window. Yes, I do like the bridge window. Let's just get that out of the way. To me, when I talk about bridge windows, I tend to talk about The Wrath of Khan. Now, yes, I know it's a favorite movie for many of you, Star Trek fans, but in the Battle of the Mortarian Nebula, yes, it's for plot, I know, but as they enter the nebula, their sensors are blocked and basically blind. Well, if you had a bridge window, that would help, wouldn't it? So yes, of course the range is limited to the naked eye, or if you have a telescope, but yes, if your sensors go offline, you can still see. That's to me the advantage of having a bridge window. And what else? Yes, for the bridge window, as we've seen in Discovery, and in the Kelvin Timeline movies, you can display data on there. So it's not just a window. And now I'm saying window, it might just be transparent aluminum, which we know is pretty tough material, so I mean, some people say it's a weak spot. Probably is. But the bridge is already at the top. It's easily targetable. Making it a window or not doesn't make a difference. As we've seen in Star Trek Nemesis, the scimitar blows right through the Enterprise E's bridge bulkhead. So, does it make a difference? Barely. Yeah, just my opinion on that. As it's my opinion, it's infallible. So, yes, I'm a fan of the bridge window, and I like the way that it is. And on this specific Enterprise, it actually has an outer window as well. So that's cool. Okay. And as you guys see, I've summoned the huge amount of tactical flyers that this ship comes with. 2 hangar bays, and each set of flyers is, well, 5 of them. And the more damage you take, the less of them there will be. So if it's heavily damaged, there's going to be 1 flyer left in that squadron. So that's a nice touch that the artists in this game made. So let's play around with these, shall we? So if I change them to attack mode, they stay where they are. If I change them to intercept mode, they will surround my ship in a way to intercept torpedoes and if I set them to defend, they will start orbiting me. And as well, they're approaching now. Slowly creeping in. And they'll be orbiting me just like in the... Oh, spoiler alert, guys, for the 2nd season of Discovery. So in that show, you guys can skip 20 seconds. In the final episode, when the Discovery and Enterprise fight section well, not section 31, when they fight the control fleet, this is what the tactical flyers do. Okay, guys, end of spoilers. So yeah, that's a very nice touch, and it looks awesome. Alright, last ship. Oh right, one last thing. There's another skin on this called Constitution Beta, Gamma being the new skin. And oh yeah, in the last video I said there was 2 deflector rods. This one has 1, just like in the show. So Constitution Beta has red Bussard collectors and also some more glowy bits on the nacelles. And I don't quite like that. So, yeah. Finally, and definitely not least, the original Enterprise, Constitution. So yes, I slapped on the refit skin, which is, I believe, many, including myself, one of our favorite skins for the Constitution class. And yep, one of my favorite skins as well. The Aztecing is nice. The balance is very nice. Okay, maybe a few nitpicks. I would have preferred if the Bussard collectors were red instead of black. But that's the aesthetic of this era. Anyways, Star Trek Online has updated this, I believe, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. The old skin looked very bad, let's be honest. But anyways, it's not perfect, unfortunately. As seen in TMP and the other movies which this appears in, the inner board, the grills on the inside glow purplish and blue when it's at warp. And they don't here, they're all black. And the other boards, the other grills are black in the show, in the movie, so that's good. There's also a Constitution refit nacelle beta for this version, which has them glow blue, which is still not perfect, because then the outside is also glowing blue. But I think I'm very happy with what they gave us. So let's switch back to my favorite vessel, my customized Kelvin Constitution. And, yeah. Oh right, I forgot to cover a few things. On my flagship, I really like the huge, long impulse engines from the refit. And also, while the refit already looks... the Kelvin Constitution looks really advanced already, I added the Aegis shield visual on there, which makes it even more technologically advanced. Looking, anyway. So all these blue bits, they're from the shield, and also we have this honeycomb deflector, and also this rim around the saucer, which looks, to me, super cool. So that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed my custom ships from the 10th anniversary Legendary Starships Bundle. And I'll see you guys next time. Please subscribe, ring that notification bell to be notified when I post my next video. And I wish you all success. Bye!